So to prepare for a good night's sleep with a yoga sequence, it's really nice to start with some breathing, just to bring us into our yoga space, to relax the mind, slow the breath and prepare us for some yoga postures. So let's just take a breath in through the nose and breathe away out through the mouth. Lovely. And again, breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you feel ready, just allow the eyes to close, the face to soften, the jaw to relax, and any tension just sliding off the shoulders. Become aware of where your body is making contact with the ground. And from there, feel a gentle lift up through the body and up through the crown of the head. Feel the heart lifted to create lots of space for a nice full breath for you and your baby. So bring your hands to your baby, and in your mind's eye you can just say hello or good night. Just make that connection for this time with you and your baby. And we're going to breathe with the mouth closed as long as that's comfortable, in and out through the nose, but if you are particularly stuffy, then the main thing is that you breathe. So as you breathe in, allow your belly to expand and your baby to move forward. And as you breathe out, feel your belly and your baby drawing back towards you, like you're hugging your baby in. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now as you breathe in, we're going to take the awareness into the rib cage and the chest as well. So as you're breathing in and you feel the belly lift, can you notice the sideways lift of the ribs? And the upper back expand. And perhaps you'll feel the space between the shoulder blades increase as well. Good, nice, even breath. Breathing into the belly and the chest. You may also feel the heart lift to create even more space for a nice full breath. And as you exhale, allow the whole chest and belly to completely deflate. Draw your baby in towards you. Beautiful. Perhaps now at the end of the inhale you can take an extra sip of air up to the collarbones, perhaps feeling an expansion under the armpits even. Good. So you're allowing for a nice spacious breath, which is without force, smooth, gentle. And so now you're breathing into all three parts of the lungs. And as you breathe out, just sense the ribs settling back down and your baby moving back towards you. And as you inhale, you can tune into the breath, rising from the belly all the way to the top of the lungs at the base of the throat. And then as you exhale, you're sensing the breath, releasing tension and relaxing you and your baby on the way back down. So with every exhale, you're releasing tension and relaxing together with your baby. Okay, so when you're ready, let's just open the eyes, keep the gaze down and soft, and take one hand down to the side, and then lift the other hand up and over, lifting up through the heart, looking towards the fingertips. Good, breathing, maintain that nice, even, steady breath. Just taking 3 to 5 breaths there. Good, and then on your next exhale, let's take that hand down and then lift the other hand up and over. Good, creating lots of space in the side body. Good. Breathing nice and deeply. Good, and then let's exhale that hand down, and then we'll come onto hands and knees for cat and cow. Perfect. So with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips, we're going to go for a very gentle cat and cow. So inhaling to look forward and scooping the chest forward. Very gentle bend in the back, and then exhale, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling. So what to do, make this more of a breathing exercise. Keep going as you breathe in, looking forward, lifting the heart. As you breathe out, really slowing the breath down on the exhale. Good. Moving nice and slowly and in time with your own breath. Good. Big breath in. Nice long breath out. Beautiful. One more, rounding up. And then bringing the back to flat. Just making sure that you're supporting the lower back with your baby, with your tummy muscles. So what I mean is drawing your baby in with the tummy muscles, like you're giving your baby a big hug, and that supports the lower back. And then we're going to come back into a child's pose. So bringing your feet together, opening the knees out to the side, and using a block if you need to underneath the forehead. Good, so bring the head all the way down to the ground if it's comfortable. So the main thing here is that the head's on the ground or is making contact with something on the ground. So if your head doesn't quite come to the ground, you can use a block or a pillow, or even stack your fists one on top of the other and rest the forehead onto something, just so that you're able to rest and relax. So as you're there, Christine, breathe deeply into the back. And then just seeing what you can relax as you breathe out. Feeling lots of length through the spine. Plenty of space between the ears and the shoulders. Good. It's very comforting to have the forehead making contact with the ground, especially before bed. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale back up onto all fours, but we'll keep the knees wide. Take your left hand into the center. That's it, underneath the heart, and then we'll lift the right hand up, so you can extend the right hand up, look towards the hand. So go for a nice stretch up, and then that's it, and then exhale the hand through the gap and come into thread the needle, so you can bring the head down to the ground. Good, and just feel that really nice twist. So another option here is, if you prefer not to bring the head all the way down to the ground, you can just hold on to the opposite shoulder. But Christine's going for what's comfortable. Good, and you can have your toes tucked under or untucked, whatever feels comfortable. So breathing nice and deeply. Good, and then inhaling to come up, swap the hands. So inhale the left hand up this time, look towards the hand, beautiful, and then exhale, thread the hand through. Again, you can hold onto the shoulder or bring your head to the ground. So Christine's choosing the option that works best for her. So just feeling that lovely rotation of the spine. Lots of space in the sides of the body too. Good, and then when you feel ready, Christine, inhale back up onto hands and knees, and then reset your hands for a very gentle version of downward dog, which is puppy dog. So you've got two options here. You can come back into a child's pose if you prefer not to take a puppy dog, or you can go for this very gentle version of downward dog. So we're going to take the sitting bones back and up towards the sky, pressing through the hands, looking towards the knees and keeping the knees nice and bent. Good, and we're going to hold here for a maximum of 3 breaths, Christine. So when you've taken your 3, pop the knees down. Good, and then just bring the back to flat. Okay, we're going to take the left foot forward and come into a lunge. Good, so we want to make sure that the knee's over the ankle. Good, and then inhale, bring yourself up. Place the hands on the knee and just square off the hips as best you can. Take a breath or two there. So you can stay here if you want to, or you can take this on to the next stage where you bring your hands down to the inside of the leg. Perhaps you'll want to take the foot slightly further forward, but we always want to make sure that the knee's over the ankle. So we come to a point that feels good. So you want to feel a nice stretch into the hip and this lunge, and we want to think about taking the left hip back and the right hip forward. Good, breathing nice and deeply. Where can you soften? Can you lengthen the back of the neck a little bit, Christine, by tucking the chin down? That's it, good. Good, breathing nice and deeply. Okay, and then on your next exhale, as you feel ready, allow the left foot to come back, and then we'll bring the right foot forward. So we'll start with option 1, where you bring the hands up onto the knee, slightly gentler option, but also maybe absolutely enough if you're doing this along with us. And just thinking about squaring off the hips, so left hips coming slightly forward, right hips coming back, good. And then so you can stay here or take it to the second option where you bring the hands down on the inside of the leg and shuggle that right foot slightly further forward, Christine, to where suits you, just making sure that the knee is above the ankle. And squaring off the hips, lengthening the back of the neck, breathing deeply, soften the elbows a little bit, lovely. Breathe deeply. You can close your eyes in these postures if you feel that that helps you to relax into them a bit more. Good. Okay, and then on your next exhale, I'm going to invite you to choose whether you want to take a child's pose or a puppy dog. So I'll let you choose, Christine, what works for you. So we'll just take 3 breaths there. just feeling that support and stability of the ground, keeping you safe. It's safe for us to relax. It's really safe to relax. So just feel that support from the ground that's always there for us, so that you and your baby can relax and release, preparing for a good night's sleep. Okay, so from here we're going to move into a very gentle squat. We'll use 2 blocks for the squat. So if you don't have blocks to hand at home, you can certainly use pillows or a couple of books or anything that just elevates the pelvis, the sitting bones from the ground, to give you space. So opening the knees wide and placing the elbows between the knees. So you may find, Christine, that you want to drop a block. So really this is to suit every individual. We're all different. So find a height of block that suits you. So whether that's a pillow or 2, a blanket, some yoga blocks, just use what you've got to hand. Lift the heart up towards the thumbs. Shift the gaze down and come back to that lovely full breath as best you can. Nice long exhalation. So from there, Christine, I'd just like you to extend your legs out to the side into a wide angled, we're going to come into a wide angled forward fold. So draw the toes up towards you and then place the hands forward in front of you, but making sure that you lift up through the heart so you've got space for you and your baby. So only, you may want to come onto the fingertips if that creates more space. Good. Feel the spine long, drawing the toes towards you keeps the legs nice and engaged. Keep the breath steady. Beautiful. Keep the face soft, the jaw relaxed. A few steady breaths. Feel that lovely stretch in the back of the legs and hopefully into the hips, insides of the legs. Good. Okay, so now we're going to come into a very gentle hip opener. So we'll lift the knees up towards you. You may want to remove the block and then take both knees to one side. Good, perfect, into a kind of zigzaggy shape. So we're going to sit nice and tall and just feel both sitting bones grounded, lift up through the heart and feel a stretch into the outer hip, probably of your right side a little bit. Feel spacious in the sacrum, grounding. You can close your eyes here and just allow the breath to settle. Good. And then we're going to come into butterfly pose where both feet are together. So you're opening the legs out wide. And I know that, Christine, you're comfortable without a block in this one, but it's also good if you feel uncomfortable here to place a block underneath the sitting bones to give you more space. So Christine, I just want you to really feel into this posture, lift up through the heart, breathe deeply, and if you feel you want to come slightly forward with the heart, do, but keep lots of space in the torso. So it's a little kind of finding that perfect balance point that's right for you. So you want to feel length through the spine. If you want to take the hands forward onto the ground, you can, or onto the ankles, yeah, whatever feels right for you. Just softening, releasing. If any thoughts come to mind, you can acknowledge them, let them go, and bring your awareness back to the breath. You can continue to do that as well, even when you actually come to lying in bed. Brilliant. Okay, so we're then going to take that hip opening posture to the other side. So bring your knees up and then take them over the other way. Good. Lovely. So place the hands onto the knees, sit up tall, lots of space for you and your baby. Nice gentle hip opener. We don't want to be doing anything too deep before bedtime. We just want to settle into a nice comfortable place to be in our bodies. Good. Okay, Christine. So let's take the feet forward, and I'd just like you to do a little windscreen wiper with the knees. Good, and then we're going to lie on our left-hand side. Come off the mat, come slightly forward. And we're going to lie down and do our arm circles. So just lying down with one hand outstretched and the other hand on top. So you send the hand forward, turn the hand on its back, swoop round as you breathe in to shoulder height, and then exhale, take the hand across the front of the body, following the hand with your gaze, working with the breath. Good. And over. There we go. And then take that the other way. So back across the chest and then up and behind you. So you can really time your breath to the length of the movement, which makes it meditative and relaxing. So going back the way, almost like you're pulling a bow and arrow, circling the head up and overhead. You can allow the head just to flow back and forth. Good. Good, and then so that's enough that side. We'll turn over now and do the other side. So be just very careful as you turn over. Don't be afraid to move away from the mat. Okay, so extend the top hand forward as you breathe out, and then breathe in, up and over. Exhale the hand across. Good. And really just you could allow the eyes to be heavy and the face to be really relaxed here. And then going in the other direction. So you breathe in as you open up the chest, and breathe out as you circle the hand back down. Good, last one. Good, and then from there, we're going to come into relaxation. So if you gently bring yourself up to seated, so push into the arms, use the arms to bring yourself up, and then get your pillows, get organized for your relaxation. So really supporting the body with pillows, blankets, cushions, whatever you find most comfortable. It's always nice to have a little support underneath your tummy too, supporting your baby. Good, that looks comfortable. And then closing your eyes and settling into relaxation. So we're going to leave you now to relax for as long as you want to.